Well, I suppose that happened then. Some of you joined me on the live stream last night, and we collectively screamed into the void together. It turned temporarily into an ASMR of me eating deep-fried mince pies. Right, so this is a battered deep-fried mince pie, because what is more British than eating a mince pie that has then been deep-fried? This is the quality content that you came here for? Yes, it was, Dinka. Right, hold on. Totally normal. But I think that I jokingly called it a joint therapy session. But I think it really was a really great therapy session for us to go through together. Last night, when the initial exit poll came through, it hadn't really hit me. Like, I'm just quite analytical about it. I was like, well, this is actually what an exit poll is. Okay, they're about to announce the exit poll. They're about to announce...
So, as Big Ben reaches 10 with those crucial...
Oh, Christ, I'm shitting myself.
Here they are.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's bad. Conservative majority with 368 seats. Labour go down to less than 200. And so I was being quite... Like, everybody was freaking out in the chat, and I was trying to be quite stoic about it. And then the Blythe Valley constituency's vote count came in.
The Conservative Party candidate... 17,000.
So Blythe Valley was a likely Labour seat.
This is the Conservative Party taking the former mining constituency of Blythe Valley from Labour.
Holy shit! I pretty much lost it. But waking up this morning, I actually feel like I've got a fire in my belly and there's stuff to do. Ever since 2016, ever since that referendum, we have had uncertainty, ambiguity. We've been in limbo in British politics for various reasons, all of the reasons. And Brexit is now lost, pretty much. And I say that as kind of like, I am the staunchest Remainer. For me, it's not only kind of like a practical thing about travelling internationally and the rights of our fishermen. Being part of the European Union was a cultural identity for me that has now been taken away, and it's going to be taken away now. But for whatever reason, I'm kind of like reserved to that fact now. That's happening. Okay, what next? Hannah Witten, the glorious Hannah Witten, who was in the chat last night as we were collectively screaming into the void at the election coverage, she posted something that I saw this morning of her sadly sipping on some Baileys and listening to a song from the new Frozen soundtrack called The Next Right Thing. And that is 100% how I feel in a Disney song. We have the result now. That's done. Right? We have the right to be sad about governments and policies lost and leaders lost. But now we have something, we have a firm thing to... We know what the next thing is. The next thing is at least a few years, probably 5 years of a Conservative government. And God knows we're going to need to be strong for that. I had a load of people in the chat yesterday who had various needs from the NHS and who were like genuinely scared. People from other parts of Europe who were in the UK and didn't know where their future stood. And we have to be there and strong for them. Those of us who are privileged enough to be able to shoulder the burden that's going to be the next 5 years, we need to step up. This is now... We're going to have to fill a gap that would have been filled by a different government. And it is less than ideal, but if not us, then who? If not now, to steal from the Green Party, then when? I know that you are going to feel helpless right now, but now is not the time to be complacent. Now is not the time to disengage. Now is the time to pull our socks up. And in the live stream last night, I kept on talking about my 3-point plan. Have you heard my 3-point plan yet?
I have heard it many times.
If you are feeling sad at the moment, feel sad. We need to heal, right? The first part of my 3-point plan is get off social media and heal yourselves for a few days. Twitter at the moment is still a bloody shit show, full of people saying, not my PM, not my government, people have voted to kill people. And I don't think that that is helpful right now. People need to vent, but also you need time to heal too. Get the hell off social media. I give you permission. Secondly, I want you to find a charity that you believe in, that you want to support locally, and volunteer for them. Don't just sign up for their newsletter. Go and put in the person hours to be able to help. They are going to need your help because God knows the Conservative government is probably not going to do that. I myself this week, before the election even, I started volunteering at ACT, AKT, the LGBT homeless charity, something that's really close to my heart. Find your ACT. That wasn't meant to be a pun. Turned out to be a great play on words though. And thirdly, join the political party that is aligned most to you. For the Labour Party, you don't even need to be over 16 or 18. I believe you can join at the age of 13. And it's relatively cheap for the Labour Party as well. At least 2 of the parties are going to go through some transformations in the next few months. Jo Swinson of the Lib Dems lost her seat. Many people are happy about that. I, as somebody who is aligned quite tightly with the Lib Dems and quite liked Jo Swinson, I'm sad about that. But there is going to be a chance to vote for the next leader and to decide what direction the Liberal Democrats go in next. The same is true for the Labour Party. Corbyn and John McDonnell have said that they are going to step down and that a new leader is going to have to fill their place. Make sure that you are signed up as a member of the Labour Party if you want to help shape the future of that party. The next 5 years starts now, so pull your socks up. Hey, it's going to be tough and we're going to feel sad, but you're going to be needed. It didn't end with this election. I've been through 4 elections now that I have been able to vote in. And it's one more step. And all you can do really is keep on going. It doesn't stop here. So get off social media. Go and volunteer for a charity. Join a political party. Make sure you're not ignored. This video is meant to be more of a pep talk. If you want more of kind of like electoral analysis, check out my podcast with Jimmy. He voted to leave the European Union for his faults, but I still like him. Who could imagine a Remainer and a Leaver getting on as friends? Shocker. Check out the Right Dishonourable podcast. We're going to be talking about the election over the weekend. Check out some of our older stuff as well. I think it's quite good. And if you want to continue to have a place to be able to scream into the void with someone over the next 5 years, join our little ragtag family here on this channel and subscribe. And we'll continue to hang out and talk about queer stuff, about culture, about politics. Because God knows we're going to need to digest some stuff pretty soon. And I can feel actually that first thing that I'm digesting is that deep fried mince pie. I regret it. I really regret it. Check out some of my other content. Subscribe there and video there. Just do the next right thing. I'm quoting Frozen 2 now. I'm that gay.